right off the bat, somehow I forgot to put my microphone on. So let's see if I'm actually on YouTube as well. Did I mess that up too? Let's see here. I doubt it, but we'll check. Let's see. Are we live? We should be live. Do. Everything looks good here. Okay, I'm Jason Sterling. Of course, you know that already because you're here at the channel. And with me here is Dylan Chase in this new home that he has inherited from an aunt that he never knew because she felt like he was the only one that would understand the value of this distressed sort of rundown property, right? So this is called a haunting in Tomarang. That's what I'm calling this particular lot. It is a structure from Maxis, from the trailers for rent. There were 3 structures in the for rent trailer that Maxis put onto the official Sims 4 Discord channel as a challenge, a sort of build challenge, a sort of redecorating challenge. This one I've already worked on quite a bit. The thing is, I did the original pink one. It was like a pink 3-story apartment building from the trailer, and I always thought it kind of looked like Barbie's house. So I thought, well, let's do that. That'll be very fun and playful. And at some point I thought, well, I'm going to take a look at one of the other ones just to see what it looks like, see what's there. I went with this one in front of us. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but I went with this one, and it was a 4-plex. Okay, so over here, this room, and then down here, you know, this style room. There were 4 of them, 2 on each level. I went ahead and took the 2 on this side and turned it into a 2-story single unit. And then this side I will do as 2 small units, one on the first floor, one on the second floor. Now, when I first started this, you can see I got a lot of work done offline. I just was kind of looking at it thinking, oh, you know, let's cut it up like this. Let's, create a room here. Let's put in kind of this L-shaped, U-shaped sort of stairwell. Let's do this, let's do that. And was just kind of on a roll. Ended up throwing a lot of stuff in here, a lot of clutter in here, and really getting quite a bit of this mapped out, right? So this is the second floor. This is the bedroom, an old bathroom, and then, of course, right, a seance room. Since this is the, a haunting in Tomarang, obviously a little bit of a play on A Haunting in Venice, which is a recent Agatha Christie sort of murder. A movie version from this year, from October. So we have kind of a seance room here. Now, I have decided that I do want to enter that room from the bathroom. But I was looking at these units thinking, how am I going to arrange the smaller units? And I noticed I had this little kind of hallway space here, and I thought, well, I'll just make this bigger, and I'll make this bigger, kind of push these rooms into that space. And then I thought, wouldn't it be cool, though, if we had a hidden entrance, right, to get into the seance room that still went through the bathroom, right? So we're going to have a hidden entrance in the bathroom that will lead into the hallway and then lead into the seance room. That's kind of the idea as it is right now. Now, I've done stuff a bit like we're about to do here in a second before. We're going to go into build mode. We might work on Dylan there as well. I think I might change his look a little bit. Make him look maybe a little more nefarious, a little bit darker. What we're about to do is we're going to move the toilet over here, like so, and move the shower over here. We're going to take this door out, And then I need a single sliding door. So what I've used in the past, and I think this is probably still the best door to use, is the one that looks like a bookshelf, right? So it's kind of a hidden door already. We're not really going to keep it as looking like a bookshelf from the bathroom side. Is this the right one? Do I have more? No, I want to use this one. This door of perception. That's what I want to use. The door of perception to me looks a little more suited to this particular build. So we're going to grab it in. Let's go with, we've got dark gray or black. Let's go with black. And we're going to put it like that, right? So we've got a door there. Now you may think to yourself, Jason, that doesn't look very hidden. It's not very hidden. Yeah, at the moment. And we'll put another one kind of over here on this side to enter this room from. And now what I want to do to help disguise the shower is this is supposed to be kind of an old building, kind of a Victorian building. So my thought is, hey, let's put in like an old carved kind of Victorian mirror that maybe was set up with the shower. So there would be a place to, you know, if you're shaving while you take a shower or something like that, they put this kind of mirror in to use while you're there. I'm getting a little bit of stutter off that, and I might use the tool mod to adjust those pieces a little bit so we don't have that stutter. But then we've got more of a hidden door, right? Because we've got that kind of look that maybe it's a shower with a mirror built into the wall to use while you're showering. And we might move this up just a little bit more. Now, I got to be careful with it because I don't want to have it look too out of place with the wall. But I think that's okay. I don't think that's too bad. Down here looks pretty good. Again, yeah, we're going to get a little bit of stutter maybe from using move objects on and kind of, you know, intersecting those two items. I know for sure with tool mod that it is no big deal. It is definitely something that we can adjust just slightly. I think because there was just an update, I don't have the tool mod currently. I don't have the tool mod selected, or excuse me, I don't have the tool mod updated, and I don't have my mods turned on at the moment. That's okay. What we're going to do though is we are going to double check that this particular scheme will work, right? So we're going to have Dylan go here. Here he comes up the stairs. We'll have him go into the bathroom, go over to the shower, right? The shower area there, and we're gonna have him come in here to the hallway. Okay, so you can see it does work, right? It does kind of work, kind of like a secret door, right? Kind of like a secret door hidden in the bathroom. And then he's gonna come down here, hopefully, and sit in this chair. I hope he can get through all that. I think so. Yeah. So he's going to sit in this chair, you know, so when he does a seance. Now, one thing I love about this is some of the new sort of mold and stuff from the 4-ramp pack. Notice how it kind of looks like blood splatter in here, right? We'll go over how you can do that here in a second in the hallway, but it definitely has that sort of blood splattered look to it, which I love. It's just a lighting trick, essentially. So we've got that. Now, one thing we'll need to check on, of course, is does the shower work? Is this mirror and this door going to interfere with the functioning of the shower? I don't think so. We'll have him take a steamy shower, get good and romantic here. And it's not. He can still shower with it. So we've got a pretty good hidden doorway here now to use as an access point for this, you know, spooky hallway and our seance room. So let's go in here. Let's grab some of this grime grafts, which this is one of my favorite things with the new pack, is this sort of grimy, dirty sort of stuff, right? Looks very gross, looks very kind of very distressed, moldy, humid, tropical conditions. It's kind of hard to see here, you know, this placement, but I'll kind of lift it here so you can see where I'm putting it. And then just kind of straight down. We're going to do that on both sides of the wall. Now I did make that, I blew it up by one size, so it's basically double size here. There's its regular size is about that big there. And then we made it double size. I just want to cover more of the wall without having to place more of it up and down the wall. And we'll go through and put in, I'm going to use some of this stuff here. First, I'm going to grab a light. Let me grab one of these candles here. Going to make it quite a bit smaller. I think back here, now I have not done it with the other candles, but I was thinking maybe back here of putting in, oh, this thing, you know, this kind of spiky looking sort of, it's kind of a roof ornamentation, right? Kind of some roof ornamentation. But I thought maybe just kind of intersecting this candle might give it a kind of, like I said, kind of a spookier appearance. Got this kind of, you know, spear looking thing coming out of it. Maybe it might give you a little bit of a pause. I mean, walking down this hallway in general is probably going to give you pause, but maybe that would kind of also look a little eerie here coming up. And then we're going to grab some we'll grab some more of this distressing, right? This new distressing stuff we have with the new pack, this thing here. So we're going to kind of shrink it down some, like so. Like that. That also gives, we'll see here, a little bit of an appearance of just some kind of blood and gore, you know, some gunky stuff. There's some other ones here somewhere. Let me take a look down through here. Aha, here we go. I think we'll use this here, like that. And down at this other end, we'll do the same thing. We'll just grab a chunk of that stuff, kind of stick it in here, like so. We're going to change, if I can find it here. I think, did I change the tone of the wall? No, I guess not. I guess it's the same. This is what the paneling looks like before we kind of throw in a little bit of a lighting effect here. Just go in and change this particular candle to that orange, you know, and then we get that sort of blood splattered look, you know, across the wall. Let me see here. Come on. Let's go with that, I guess. And I originally kind of, let's grab one of those, maybe for here at the other end. I also adjusted the overall light level of it coming up here. We're going to do that again. There we go. So I kind of brought the overall tone kind of down quite a bit with it. I bring it up a little bit more. See how that looks. A little bit better. I don't know. I kind of like it full strength down here. We might leave it at full strength in the hallway here. We'll see. We'll turn that back up for now. Now he's all cleaned up. Let's have him go in here, sit again, sneak off to his seance room, commune with the departed. Now we're going to also go in here in a second and change some of the lot designations here. We will give it a haunted lot designation. Cursed, I think we'll do cursed as well as one of our lot designations, right? Stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and go in here now and take a look at what we've got. I also want to go through, we can take this, well, we might leave that there. This banner, let me take a look at it. I guess we could leave the banner there. I thought maybe I might take it down. But now I think I'm going to leave it there, just halfway covering that door. I do need to pick out a few things to put on these shelves. You know, stuff like this, right? And I might put something here. I've put skulls in these hands before for this guy, so I might do that again. Let's see here. For now, let's take a look at our lot designations, right? We're going to take a look. We've got... There should be a haunted one. I remember that for sure. We've got island spirits. I mean, that might work. Okay, so let's see here. I'm not seeing haunted, but don't we have haunted? We do have haunted. Don't we have haunted? I think we have haunted. Right. I'm not seeing haunted, though. So, is it this? Is it in? Oh, okay. Maybe it's in here. Is that the deal? No, I don't see. Oh, spooky. No, spooky. So we could go with that. We've got spooky as kind of a lot challenge, a unit challenge. We've got cursed. Okay, so that's where I was thinking was cursed. I'm going to go with spooky here, which I guess is what I was thinking of in regards to haunted. So this idea that, oh, we'll use the haunted trait. I guess I was thinking of spooky challenge. I still feel like let's look through these here real closely because we're going to need to do something. All of these seem good, right? Are they all good? Why do I think I thought they weren't all good. Now we have island spirits. We might do that. That would tie in with haunted. Let's try that for now. And then we have vampire lair, science studying. See, I guess that's it. There just really isn't whatever I thought we had, right? We don't have, unless I want vampires to visit a lot, which I don't. So, where's the earthquake one, though? Isn't there an earthquake, too? See, why do I think we have all this stuff? Was earthquake also just a lot challenge, a unit challenge. Because I feel like we're supposed to have all these things and I don't see them. Oh, Quake Zone. It was. Okay. So Quake Zone's also just a unit challenge. It's not something... Oh, we can add more than one. Okay. How many lot challenges can we add? Because I'm going to put Quake and I'm going to put the haunted kind of stuff. Now, Gremlin stuff breaks here a lot. We've got Mold, right? That's the new one. I guess I might put that in the rental units that he has. And we have volcanic activity. So we could maybe do that. Maybe. I don't know. Filthy. I might put this and the mold thing in my rental units, you know, for the tenants, and maybe that too. I guess for this unit though, we're gonna just leave this earthquakes and ghosts or spooky, and that will be it. Now we might do cat hangout. Let's put cat hangout here, and fast internet. Would you think you'd have fast internet here in the middle of Tomarang in the jungle? Maybe Elon Musk satellite internet's what he's got, right? We've got mean. Peace and quiet. What's train? Oh, that's for pets. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. That's what we've got right now. We've got cats like it here, ghosts like it here, island spirits like it here, and there's earthquakes. So some of that we'll use for the other rental units. Some we won't. Okay, so we've got those in place. Shrink that down. Okay, so we're going to look for a few things to kind of stick here, and maybe those skulls. Let me take a look here and see where the skulls, of course, are from the Mexican Day of the Dead, I think, kind of update they did at one point. I'm going to look for them here. There we go. Like this here. And you just kind of bring it over here. Put it in his little hand, right? Put it right there. See how close we can get. That might be pretty close. Let's see. I think it's pretty close. Whoops. It's not too bad. I can always adjust this thing a little bit, right? Let's grab another one of those. Kind of a tight space to work in here. There we go. So we're going to try to line that one up right about there. How does that fit? Not good. Not good at all. So let's see here. Let's try this. I mean, that's like way too high though. And the other way is way too low. Again, that's something that I could take care of with Tool Mod because we can adjust it much more with much more sensitivity than we can in game. I guess that for now, I'm going to try to maybe bring this down just a little bit. Still doesn't really work that well. Let's just do it like that. Let's just put his whole hand through that guy's skull. We're just going to leave it like that. At least it'll be done for now. And then if I get the tool mod updated, I can go ahead and just adjust that. Like I said, with a little more sensitivity, a little more flexibility than what we have in game. So we'll put that there. See if we can find something else suitably sort of, you know, I don't know, magical and eerie looking. See what we have here. I thought about using these marbles somehow just to put them in the room. What was I thinking? Maybe down here? Just because it might seem a little odd. Let's see what kind of... I guess we could type in marbles and see exactly what do we have to work with here. Oh, it didn't just bring up marble? Let me try this. Brought up some of them. So maybe this, you know, would that be kind of cool? Maybe. It's got kind of a cool look to it. Kind of looks like some stars, you know, stuck in a glass ball. Okay, so we've got those in place. Let's put something else. Let's look, I guess let's maybe try to filter this by some of the packs that we might find stuff in. So we've got Snowy Escape might have something. Let's look at vampires. Let's look at Realm of Magic, werewolves. See what kind of junk we've got here to work with real quick. We'll take a look at everything. See what we have with those 3 packs. I've used a lot of this stuff in here already from these 3 packs. I mean, it's kind of scattered throughout. Because downstairs especially, there's a lot of clutter. So I don't know if there's a lot to put in here that I haven't used, right? That I don't have someplace else within this particular unit, this particular apartment. Yeah, I mean, see, I'm not really coming across anything too new here. How big is that? Let's see here. We'll just eyeball under there. Okay, there we go. That's not too bad, though. We can use that. What else? Let's go ahead and look at Snowy Escape real quick and see if there's something maybe from the temple, you know, or something like that. Let's see here. Because I've used a little bit of it already as well in this particular build. Now we have these things. I haven't used any of them yet. Oh, we've got this thing. It's kind of an evil looking thing, right? I don't know that it is evil. It just has that look, right? Like you would be kind of scared of it if you came across it in a dark alley and it was bouncing, you know, down the alley towards you. You might be worried about that. So we'll put that there. Well, this room is pretty much done. And actually, the unit's pretty much done. Like I said, I'm pretty close to finish with this unit. I need to change a few things around. I might change some of the paintings and stuff like that around. Maybe make some of the frames a little bit darker so the overall mood and the overall tone stays pretty dark. Let's see here. And I might bump. I mean, this is kind of a lot of clutter already. I might bump up some of the clutter. Oh, like along here, I got to fill up these shelves with clutter too. You know, while we're here, I mean, I've got this real quick. Let's throw some of these up here. That works pretty well. Throw a couple of plates up there. I'm going to change their colors around a little bit so it looks kind of, you know, kind of like there's just a pile of mishmash of different stuff. This is something that's been around a long time. Like I said, Dylan's aunt, who he never met and never knew, left him this in her will. The only person she left anything to was him, and it was this particular apartment building here in Tomarang where she lived. Kind of the kooky old aunt. Let's take off Snowy Escape. See if there's anything else we can throw up there real quick. This is always good. Jar of olives, right? Let's go up here. That looks pretty good. I'm only going to do this for just a quick bit here because I really want to start remodeling the units next door. Set up a plan for these units that he's going to rent out, right? He's a landowner now, and we're going to set up those units, kind of get them going. What am I going to do with that basket? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Throw a little basket up there. And I'll probably do a lot of this off screen, off live stream, because just scrolling endlessly through this stuff is a little bit, I think, boring. But you get kind of an idea here of a little bit how I think about it. It's just a sort of, especially with a build like this, just a random sort of mishmash of objects, like from if you've ever been to an old lady's house, like I said, like your crazy old aunt or the crazy lady that lives next door, but you still kind of want to be nice to them, so you go inside when they invite you inside one day, and it's just crammed full of stuff like from forever, things they've just picked up from everywhere, all over the place. That's the feel. That's what we're going for here. We're going for that sort of idea. Throw another pot up there. Okay, so that's kind of where we're headed. Now, what I want to do is look at these particular apartments that we have that are actually going to be our rentals. So this is where people are going to come and live and pay us to live. And right now, this is pretty close to how Maxis had this set up. I think maybe it's exactly how Maxis had it set up. There may have been a table in here and a chair or something. I don't know. But you can see they have this kind of wonky kitchen with like the door. It's kind of weird there entering into it and stuff. We're going to change that around a little bit. I think we might do the kitchen over here, right? Kind of stuff do we have to work with? Okay, so also, you know what I think I'll do? Let's just take down this wall here completely, because at the end of the day, I don't want to put the bathroom, you know, I mean, this is one of our few full windows. I'm going to waste that on just the bathroom, when we could really put a bathroom just right here. And maybe do our kitchen on this wall, maybe. Put our bed here. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of a kitchen here, because we could do, you know, I'm not going to use that fridge, but we've got that fridge. I'm not going to use that stove, but we got that stove. And then we'll put this cabinet over here, which I might use that cabinet. We'll put our toilet over here. And then, now the Maxis build didn't have any sort of shower or anything, just a toilet. I don't think it even had a sink in here. So we're going to go ahead and we will put in like a sink or something too, you know, in a shower. Okay, so we've come here to Tomarang, Dylan being us, right, as the player, as the sim. We've come here to Tomarang and we've inherited this place. And maybe we're going to try to update it just a little bit to get some new renters in here, right? Get some new renters in here. Let's take a look at what do we have to work with. Now, I'll tell you, I'm kind of torn as I start. This is me building too. I am kind of torn though. Hello, Sarah. How are you? No, it's not pre-recorded. Not this time. I do leave all my live streams up in archive. So sometimes it is pre-recorded. I do miss chat. Excuse me. I miss chat sometimes. I hope you didn't put that up there a long time ago. I do miss chat sometimes. But no, it is live. It's live at the moment. It's not pre-recorded. So if I missed you and you're not still here, my apologies. If you ever happen to watch this in archive, it is live at the moment, and just trying to figure out what we're going to do with this particular build. Right now, my thought is that, let me go up here. Grab this type of wood flooring. Is that maybe we don't want to rehab it? Maybe we want it to look like, you know, how our aunt left it. Like maybe we just got here, because after all, we haven't cleaned out any of her place, right? No. So maybe the idea is that, you know, yeah, we're brand new to this. I don't think I want to do that in green. Let me take a look here. Are all the colors in green? That looks like it should be darker, but it's not really coming up as darker. I wonder why. Let me try something else here. That's darker, but that's not. Huh. Now that kind of is. Let's go maybe with that. Or maybe with this. A little kind of gray. Kind of an older floor and older tiles in here. We do need some sort of, it's going to be a tough decision. I mean, I use this sort of wall in the owner's apartment. I guess we can do the same thing, right? We can do the exact same thing. And let's grab this tile for the bathroom, just like we did for the owner. kind of keep it fairly cohesive. Grab that. And then we'll come down here and we will take this out. Whoops. Take that out, take that out. And let me grab this wood like that. Now, in the owner's apartment, I went with a very sort of antique feel for the apartment. I used this particular stove, right? We could also use this one. That one's okay. It's not really in keeping with the area. Okay, so in reality, everything I saw was kind of cooktops like this, but I didn't see a lot of traditional houses, of course. I guess we could do something like that too. But so I'm left here with a little bit of a decision. Do I try to match the owner's apartment in that regard, or maybe just go ahead, put in something like this that looks kind of old and worn out? Because the same thing is kind of true on the fridge. I mean, I'm thinking, oh, we'll use this fridge just like with the new pack. But that looks so new compared to the rest of the building that I feel like it won't work. Now, we can use this, right? That works. That works with the rest of this building. It works with what we've got. So let's go with that there. And as far as cabinetry goes, I mean, I do like that cabinet we just had. That's a cabinet from the new pack. Again, I'm a little bit torn because is it in keeping enough with the state of the building, with the sort of decaying state of the building to use? So I think I'm going to do something more like this, a little bit old-fashioned. This is the stuff that came with this appliances, right? This type of cabinetry. I also need to find a door for the bathroom. Up here I just used this sort of archway into the bathroom. I'm not sure I want to keep that way. Let me see here. We're going to look at what kind of doorways did we get. We've got something like this. I don't think those are going to really work. Let's take that off. We could use this maybe. Yeah, let's use that. And then we'll drop down here. And we're going to do the same thing for that bathroom there. And then I think we'll go through and use this particular cabinet in this style right here. And then we'll put a couple of bar stools here so there's some place for the people living here to sort of eat, of course. We're going to need a sink, and we're also going to need a prep area, some sort of prep area for food. Let's see here. I wish these were a little worn out. You know, they didn't look quite so new, but we'll go ahead and put them there anyway. Now, for the prep area, what to do. My thought is we could put the refrigerator here, do this as a corner cabinet right here, and am I correct in thinking that they will use this as a prep area? That I can't remember. My thought is that yes, they will do that, but I really can't remember for sure. So we'll just have to play test it and see. And then if it doesn't work, we can come up with a plan B, right? It would be nice if this was, again, like always, a little more distressed, especially here on the front. The top looks distressed enough. Could go with that maybe. Give it a little bit darker appearance. And real quick, before we go any further, I'm going to bring my sim over here to check out whether or not this will actually work as a... The seance was interrupted. Whether or not this will actually work as a kitchen. Do I have enough kind of counter space? Can he get here? No. Okay, so I wonder what's wrong. Let me see here. Okay, he says he's stuck because of the chair. Now, he walked past the chair to get there in the first place, right? He did walk past the chair to get there in the first place. So, I wonder what's wrong with it. Let's see here. That's strange. Let me, can you go here? Yeah, you can go there. Can you go here? No, I bet that's the problem. Okay, so the problem is this chair. And the problem's going to be what with that chair all of a sudden? Because he came into this room past that chair. All I can think is probably this particular shelf right here is too close. So I'm going to adjust that over. And let's see if that works for us now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that was the big problem. That shelf was there in the way. I say this a lot. I'll say it again. Why do we play test? Because of stuff exactly just like that. Like I said, he got into this room just fine. He walked around, he sat down, and I guess for whatever reason, he tried to exit the wrong way. He ended up getting stuck. So yeah, I try to play test and then play test again and then play test some more just to make sure it works. And right now we're going to play test this, see if he can get downstairs. There he goes. He's going to cut through his own unit here and go next door. Okay, let's have him cook something. Usually I have him bake like brownies or cookies because that requires going to the fridge and the stove and mixing something up. So he's using all the different kind of areas. So usually if they can make brownies or sugar cookies, then it's good. You know, the kitchen is good. Now he will need some sort of garbage can in here. And we'll need a garbage can outside, of course. I guess in here we'll just use... None of them look that beat up, right? I mean, we've got this. We'll use this. We'll put this here, I guess, as his garbage. Now, here in the bathroom, we're going to go ahead and work in here a little bit. We're going to use the wall-mounted shower because it does look really old. And it looks more in keeping with that era, right? That's what we used in his unit as well, was this wall-mounted shower. I'm not going to distress this stuff yet. I'm going to throw some mold and stuff in here. I'll probably go back and do that all at once. Let's grab a... Now, the other apartment, I have a lot of that put in already when I was kind of testing out the options, you know, that we're going to have for that. We'll put that there, and let's go ahead and grab another one of those big mirrors. This one. big sort of Victorian style mirror in black. Put that there. And I guess just to be nice, we are going to give him the luxury, mind you, because this is not an expensive unit of toilet paper. We're going to give him the luxury of toilet paper is included with this unit. Don't thank us. We're just good people like that. We're just good people. I wish that we had like a really grimy, dirty looking towel. This might be as close as we're going to get. We'll put this here kind of by the shower, you know, like here's a towel even. We're even going to give you a towel. You probably don't need a towel because it's in the tropics. And you probably don't even need to dry off. Just wait for it to evaporate. Something like this, maybe. Let's go with that. Because the towel looks kind of gray and grimy like it's been used and never washed. And then, we have that sort of darker wood. Although, I don't know. I'd rather have like a gray wood. Is there a gray one? There's that. That and that. I'm going to go with that for now. Let's go with that. I have been putting rugs in here mostly because I love the way the worn out rugs look in this game. I think they're very, very cool. Oh, let's grab this real quick because it's nasty. This is a nasty bathroom that probably has never been cleaned. So we're going to put this big old, like, just, overflow spot, like where it's probably, who knows what else happened to this thing. It should be possible to... Where is it? It should be possible to change the color on that. Try it over here. There we go. Wait. Where was that? Okay. We got red. We got green. They don't look that much different. I'm going to go with just what we've got. That's fine. And we will throw in a quick rug here. Like a werewolf rug. Yeah, one of the werewolf rugs maybe. Or that one. That's always a good one too. We've got something along the lines of that. That looks very distressed. Very much like it has been here for a really long time. Like some previous tenant bought it and left it, and that is that. The really weird thing is, I don't think we have a super distressed bed. I'm going to look real quick and see if we do. I don't really want to use that. I did use that bed in the owner's unit. I kind of halfway pretended like Dylan there making brownies. Maybe he brought it with him, because maybe the other bed was nasty. Maybe it had bed bugs. I don't know. Probably it had bed bugs. That's what it was. It had like bed bugs or something. Now we have this. This looks kind of old. This looks kind of distressed. I don't think there's really a distressed version of that, although that would be really cool with that old carving because it gives a very old look to it. Let's take a look at our options here. So we got something like that in it. I mean, it's, I think all the like sheets and pillows and stuff, it looks too new. So we'll take a look at this, which is not a lot better. Looks kind of new too. This looks a little bit older. I guess we could leave that. Now, one thing I also don't like about these beds, we are in the tropics, right? This is Tomarang. This is the tropics. Are you really going to have this big old thick blanket and an extra blanket on your bed? No, you're not. You're barely going to have a sheet, and you are probably going to kick that off in the middle of the night. These beds always look a little bit kind of worn out. Let's look through here and see what are the rest of our options. Now we've got that. That also looks a little worn out. Again, it looks kind of like the blankets are way too heavy on it. And we've got this. This looks old-fashioned. Like it's been there a long time. At least the frame does. So what do we have for options here? The black might work. We're going to keep that for the moment. Unfortunately, this one is going to go. Love it. I mean, I love the headboard, but I can't. The sheets and stuff are just too new looking on it. Even that's kind of new, but at least it's black, right? Let's see here. With that kind of old looking bed. Do we have anything else really? You know, I don't think we really do. We've got these things. Now that's nasty. That's worn out. That is definitely worn out. Let's see here. It'd be kind of cool if we could just kind of do that. I don't think they'll use it though. I'm going to see if he'll use that. I don't think they'll use two beds intersected like that. There is a way, though, that I think he would. If it doesn't work like this, I'm going to try that. I'm going to have him finish his brownies there, and then I'm going to have him try out this bed. And then if it doesn't work, I'm going to go and try it the way I think it might work. Let's see here. Let's have him finish up his cooking. He's not much of a gourmet. He's not here to cook. He is here to be a landlord, live a life of leisure. Let's see if he can relax here. Yeah, he can't. Okay, so let's go into build mode. Let's take this. And we will drop it down here to the basement. Go ahead and put a little wall around it. I mostly want to see, okay, yeah, so the wall does match up with this room here above us, because what I really want to do is, of course, move the one bed there, move this bed there, and then grab that bed and lift it up, right? Lift it up here to the first floor. And I know we're going to have to lift it up, quite a bit. Let's see here. Let's see how that is. Way too high. Way too high. Okay. So let's lower it down a little bit here. That's closer. Is that it? Did that land? Okay, I think that landed. So let's see. I wouldn't mind dropping it down maybe one more, but I'm not sure because we really don't want it to disappear below the other bed, right? Let's drop it down one more, though. And it did disappear below the other bed, so we're going to move it back into place. Now, we're going to have him try this out. Hopefully, this will work. And then we'll have something that looks a little bit more worn out, right, for this particular unit. So let's go here. Go ahead and go clean up your brownies, buddy. Then we'll know the garbage can works. We'll know the sink works. And then, because he has gone through all of this hard work, we'll have him take a little rest over here on his bed. I'm going to try to have him come over to this side of the bed, just to make sure he can get beside it, and he can. And then we'll have him go ahead and relax. And he will relax on it. So it's not too bad. I think that's going to give us a solution that I kind of wanted to see, which is a kind of worn out look to the bed. We can change. We'll change here maybe something like that, right? So that this part blends at least a little bit better. What options do we have? That. I think we'll just go with black, like so. Okay, so then we have our curtains and stuff. Now over here, I use these kind of black curtains. My idea is to do the same thing again here, again because we just don't have any curtains that are kind of worn out, right? I mean, doesn't this place look kind of worn out? I mean, it looks kind of worn out. So I kind of would like to have something that looks pretty worn out. So I'm thinking maybe do this, which are kind of sheers, maybe designed to let some of the air in. And then maybe if we pair it with, let me look here, like this really old thing from like the Halloween pack from like a long time ago. Let's see. Where is it? I know it's in here. Well, come on. I must be missing it. I don't know how I'm missing it. It can't cost that much money, right? It's like just these tore up curtains, right? From like spooky stuff or whatever. I guess let's do that. Hold on. Here we go. There they are. I think I was looking for them in black, and that's why I missed them there in that tan. So then maybe if we take these and we kind of put it over it as sort of a valance, right? Maybe would that work? I don't know. We're gonna take a look here and see what kind of effect that gives us. So I mean, a little bit, right? It gives us a little bit of that effect, that sort of distressed look. I guess we could go ahead and just take that part off and just use these sort of, curtains. I don't know. Let's see. We've got something like this. What does it come in? That's not too bad. That's from like high school, right? Okay, so is there a shorter version of it? Surely there is. Tall. Lovely. Is lovely shorter? Yeah, I think maybe we go with the shorter version. So we have something like that. That doesn't necessarily look distressed per se, but it has kind of a weird look, at least, kind of a quirkiness sort of vibe to it. So I don't know. That might work. Let's look at this paranormal pack stuff here. So that's kind of an option too. I guess, maybe. See what it looks like. So we've got something like that, which is, it's okay. It's okay. Right now I'm kind of leaning towards this. It is a little bit much. It's a little wide for the window, a little overbearing. But it's either that or we're going to go with just the remains of curtains that look like they've been there a really long time. Looks like some mice ate on it, like they maybe hung all the way down here and mice just ate all the way up. So we've got that. And I don't think we have much else that we're going to be able to work with here. That's kind of cool. The new curtains from Tomarang just look too new. They look too new for a sort of distressed look. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do this for now. Kind of these worn out, tore up curtains. This is not a nice place. You know, this is like this was your last resort type of place. So we got that done. We got a place to eat, place to sleep. I guess we could put in a TV. We could even put in like a TV and a little sofa and stuff, I guess. Let me look at this real quick here. We went through and put in a wall here. And then let's grab a really old love seat, a really old kind of sofa or love seat here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like this, right? Does that come in a love seat? I don't think it does come in a love seat. This is a little big, you know, for this apartment. In fact, it's a lot big for the apartment. But that's what I'm looking for, is that right there, but in a love seat. Let's just go, in fact, this route, comfort, love seats. We have that church pew. We have something like this. This might work. You know, it's definitely kind of mishmatched and kind of, you know, kind of just thrown together. That might work. We're going to hold on to that. That might work. That looks pretty good. Let's see. One of our thrift store finds, right? From Thrifty, from the whole, like, high school pack. This might work. This is also an option. Something like that, right? Again, pretty basic, pretty bare bones. Got a couple of pillows for some comfort on your stolen park bench there. And we've got this. Again, super, super old looking. I think this is better. I think I really do like this particular bench, but I think it just looks too new. Let's skip that. This again could work really well, but I'm afraid we're going to get in here and all of the variations are going to look new. They're going to look too new and too nice, but it's got a great tropical feel to it, and it's got kind of a leftover sort of feel. But what I think is, so does this, and this is probably the better option. So let's take this out. Let's definitely take that out, which is unfortunate. I love that. I love that piece it's like from Werewolves. And we'll put this here in its place. And upstairs, I think we might have a little bit more room to work with upstairs in that unit. If we do, we might use that werewolf sofa on the second floor. And then he needs some place to kind of watch some TV. We might also put in some sort of shelving units. There's some shelves here. Something like this, I think. Kind of nice. I love this shelf, actually. This is from, of course, the new pack, right, from Tomarang. And it does look really good. Now, it overlaps, you know. It doesn't really hook together like a long line of shelves. I don't like that. But again, with Tool Mod, maybe I can kind of shrink that up a little bit, kind of fix some of it, because I love the piece. I love the shelf. And it's a little unusual. I don't like pre-decorated things like this very much. I have made a little bit of an exception for this shelf. I have no reason to make an exception for it. I just have, and I do think it looks pretty cool. Now, one option we have, if we don't want to do that, is we could use this. Kind of like, you know, a stack of books. I do like this shelf too. It's very small, okay, so, and it's also really hard to make a complete line out of. So it's something, you know, to think about. but I'm not entirely sure on it. And beyond that, there's not much. I mean, there's always this. This is what I consider the old standby. So I do something like that and decorate it myself. It's a good possibility. And this is the same thing as that, just a little bit nicer. The thing about that is it does suit this particular build because it's just not very nice. It's kind of run down, kind of looks like it's been around forever. We could use this too. Let's do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to still keep that shelf for in here in the kitchen. I'm going to keep one of these in case I want to use it maybe as nightstands or something. I might use this in the kitchen. But I think what I'm going to do is let's put this here, right? Let's put this here. And is there another? I think there's another piece from For Rent. This, right? So we got this as well. I'm going to stick with this one. We're going to use this piece here. Looks really old. Looks like it's been around for a while. What's our most distressed version of it? Nothing really too distressed looking about it. We're going to go with the black since the black does kind of look like maybe the varnish has just turned really dark over the years. And we can pretend like it's just really dirty. Let's do that. And then for a TV, we're going to go in here, grab that super old, super cheap, something like this, right? Like this one here. Does this work? This actually works, right? So we're going to put that in here, bring it up here. And I think that should work. I think so. We also, like I said, we also do have this. This is a little bit smaller. So it might fit there better. And then we've got this old standby, of course. So out of those three, it's going to be either this one or this one. I'm going to go with this one. With that bent, looking thing on it and stuff, I'm going to go with that. Now, we cannot... I don't know if we can... I guess we can fit it pretty well. It fits pretty well. We're going to put it right there. Let me take a look and see what colors it comes in. Oh, wow, that's perfect. That's also perfect. So either that one, right, that, or that one. Okay, so I'm going to go with the wood. I'm going to go with the wood one, all tore up. That's going to be good. Let's make sure that this actually works. I have not used it yet. I remember the pack when it came out, but I've never tried using it, but surely it works. Yeah, it works. He watched TV. Let's have him sit here on his, nice... He's going to sit there all by himself. He doesn't... There you go. He's going to scoot over. Look how great that is. That's a beautiful picture, you guys. I love that. Now, again, like I said, I haven't turned this on yet or used it, but see how the lines are rolling across it? Like it's a million years old and only barely works. I love that. Okay, so that's perfect. We have him a TV and a sofa, a little place to kind of hang out there, a little love seat. I guess we could have put a divider of some sort here. Like the thing with the candles on it, maybe. But I don't think we will. I mean, I don't think we need to get too much in here because it's not that sort of place. This is the sort of place where, like I said, this is your home of last resort. Put that there. Grab that and put it here. And in fact, I think I might, let's lower this down. So it kind of, has that window centered between the shelves. I like that better. Let's do that. We could do something like this to look a little bit maybe like an add-on at some point. I'm not going to, though. We'll leave that off. And I don't know where I'm going to use that yet. Let me look over here by the bed. I guess that would work pretty well as end tables on each side of the bed. And one really cool thing, because even even in this day and age, right? Or even in this sort of particular dwelling, low rent dwelling, he probably still has a cell phone. So we're going to grab him a cell phone here and some keys. We don't know what the keys are to. Keys could be anything, but we're going to grab him a cell phone and some keys. What's that? Oh, that's an old mattress. I'm going to put that out here. I'm going to maybe throw that in the yard. We'll see. So we've got his cell phone. We've got his keys. I think this is pretty good. I mean, I think this is good as an apartment. I just don't see any point to do a whole lot else here. I might over time add a little more clutter. One thing that might be really cool is we don't have any sort of dresser or wardrobe or anything for this apartment. Let me look at our options here because there's stuff like this, right? So we could put that there in that spot, or we could grab something like this. This is the one I was thinking of, is this right here. It's got a nice mirror on it right by the door. So maybe we'll go with that, and that gives him some place to change clothes. Let's see here. Kind of in that sort of color, maybe. Or that color. That. Let's just go with that for now. So we'll put that there. I don't know. That looks awfully red. Okay, let's not do that. Let's change that to this. How's that? That looks good. And look how distressed it looks. It's got this great distressing here and up here. So it looks really, really old. Okay, so that's good. I don't know how much light we have in this place. Let's make it nighttime. I mean, it seems okay, right? This is nighttime. So, yeah, I mean, it's not super bright, but I think it's probably just about as good as you can expect in this sort of location. So I'm going to go with that. That looks good for that apartment. Now, up here on the second floor, like I said, I think we have a little bit more room to work with. In fact, I know we do. It looks like anyway. The entrance for this apartment is on the outside. They made a double size entrance. I'm going to change that. I first of all want to do like that. That's the first thing. And I'm thinking maybe to bend it in an L shape, kind of like this, if it'll let me. There we go. Well, come on. Come on, game. Here we go. Come on. You had it for a second there. I don't know. It was, there we go. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Whew. Okay, so we've got something like this. Maybe kind of like that. Maybe I'll put garbage out here, like garbage cans and stuff. So I'm thinking of doing something like that for this particular unit. We're going to go through and let's just take that light out of there. Take that picture out of there. This has a bathroom with a sink. Fancy. This was the fancy apartment. We're going to put that there. Put this here. Now, I think, this has a door to this outside area. I do think I'm going to try to leave that. I thought at one point about taking it out and making this outside balcony area dedicated to the owner's apartment. And I might still do that. One reason why I might do that is because I really kind of want to tuck the kitchen in here. But I could maybe put the entrance like that. But I do want to tuck the kitchen in here. Put the bathroom here and then make the rest of this the apartment space. So, let's see here. I'm going to grab the same cabinetry as we used downstairs. Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll move it up. Put it there. Put that there, and we're going to use the same refrigerator and the same stove. I think we'll put the fridge over here. Put the stove there. And we'll go ahead and just grab the same sink as well. I mean, this is, the way I would look at it is probably these two apartments were created at the same time, right? Maybe originally this was a house, like a single family home, and this guy's aunt, Dylan's aunt, you know, she bought the place. She turned it into apartments, right? One for her and then two to rent out. Put this old shower head in there. Grab a door. And I want to make sure the door up here matches as well. Does it? It does already. Okay. Now, we've got our bed in place, basically, and we've got our kitchen in place. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna waffle here a little bit. We could do the kitchen. Maybe kind of close to how we did it downstairs. Because I'm a little concerned about, well, I'm a little concerned about putting the bed here so close to the bathroom door. I'm not sure that Sims will be able to use it. But I guess we could test it real quick and we'll see, right? We'll see if they can use it. Maybe make this whole area tile. And then go from there. If they can use it, we'll consider that a victory and kind of look at what we're going to do next. Put a little dining room table here for the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll grab this guy here. Dylan, come on upstairs, buddy. Can he get there? Let's see if he can get there. He cannot get there. He didn't go, right? Oh, okay. No, maybe I didn't click on it. There we go. Where's he going? Now, that's a little unusual. He's going to go through his unit, right? He's probably going to go upstairs and come through here. I kind of expected him to go outside, but okay. We might have to test that here in a moment, make sure it works. Let's have him go to the bathroom real quick. Okay, so he's going to go through that door even though it's so close to the bed, so that is fine. Okay, good. Good to go, good to know. Let's move that on the other side. Let's move that someplace else. Now, I had thought, my first thought was to maybe try to use that sofa right up here. I still don't think we're going to have the room, though. I mean, looking at this right now, I do not think there's going to be the room to do that. The only thing we could do would be maybe we go ahead and we put this here, like so. And I don't know what we do with that. We just move it out here for now. Let's get it out of the way. And then we can go and grab the sofa. And I guess we could put it here. You know, kind of even it up with those windows. Something like that, right? The windows are a little bit off to my way of thinking. I might change those. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to leave this for like this for just a second. I actually think I hear my son calling me for a moment. Let me leave this on before I'm gone. So I'm going to go check on that real quick. I will be right back. We'll just leave this as dead air for a moment, and I'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Actually, let me get this back on. Now let's see. Am I working okay? That was kind of weird. Looking at the screen, it looked like the screen actually froze where I left. But okay, I'm back now. I did go check on a few things, and I'm back. Okay, so my thought is that we're going to put this here, right? We have a little kitchen area here. Maybe we can put our sofa here by the windows, like so, and then we'll put a little TV here on this. Now, I was thinking of maybe putting the, like the broken TV, the big broken console TV there, and then put like a little TV on top of it. But I think I'll go with this instead and throw the little TV on top of that. Let's see here. And we'll just grab this one this time. We'll put that one up there. I do not have a wardrobe up here, so let's grab a wardrobe real quick. This one I think is pretty good. We'll grab this one here. So all in all, a pretty good size apartment here. Now I don't have any place for him to eat. I guess he could just eat sitting on the sofa instead of having an actual table. Maybe I could put a table here. Will a table fit there? Maybe. Let's grab this table. Not too bad. I think this is a good enough little apartment. A little crowded, of course. But that's as it should be. Let's see if we can throw in some lighting. This room in here has a lot of lighting. We're going to take that out. Let's put this over the table. And then we'll do some lighting here in the kitchen. Let's see. Lighting. Maybe something like this in the kitchen. I don't know if we're even going to get enough light out of that. I guess it might be okay. Well, I don't know. That's pretty dim. Let's take that out. Let's try this one. This one's pretty good. This one seems to give off enough light. So we'll do that. And then we need some cabinetry here. Again, my first thought is go ahead and just do what we have here, right? Come up here, throw this in place like so. But I think not. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the old looking kind of, homemade looking shelf. This one here. Where was it? This one here. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to put it here all along the wall. Get a little bit of stutter there from Move Objects On. Again, that can either be fixed with the tool mod, or we might be able to fix it just by offsetting it ourselves, just ever so slightly. Yeah, that kind of takes care of that stutter. And let's grab one. I'll put it here above the refrigerator. The room itself, I'm going to change to this type of tile for the bathroom, just like the other units. And then we're going to grab this type of wall covering, again, just like the rest of the units. It definitely brings the tone down quite a bit, which is good. I don't want it to be too lively, right? Take these pieces out. Let's look at a rug real quick. We'll look at some lighting over the bed real quick. I'm going to put something along this lines in here. It's kind of big, kind of a big rug. Covers most of the floor. It comes in a couple of other versions, so we've got that. of course. And we've got that. I think I'm going to stick with that. We're going to put that down there. Now, one thing I kind of don't use enough, I think, is this sort of stuff. You know, as instead of the tile, we could put this thing down, right? Instead of using actual tile there. What kind of colors does this come in? We got that. Got that. That's good. I do like that. That's good. That's okay. In fact, the thing about this that looks really cool is it looks like this tile underneath it is a little bit like a border. And then I'm going to go with that. And then we're going to go ahead and just take this wood floor and put it underneath it. And then we are going to have the impression of someone put a tile floor in for this kitchen and part of it broke. Right. I guess we could even go ahead and put something like broken concrete underneath it or something. Or not. Hell, let's just leave it like that. Let's leave it like that. Let's call it good. I do kind of like having it a little bit different than downstairs, a little bit. Not a lot. You know, it does still kind of look like it was built about the same time, right? Both apartments are done at the same time. We'll throw some knick-knack stuff up there on the shelves, especially things like jars of junk, right? Like jars of peppers or green beans or whatever that stuff is in them. Where is that stuff? We'll take a look here. Oh, this might work. Let's put something like this out. I'm gonna put that in here. And then let's see if we have what else can we use? Something like this maybe? Put that like there. But there's like something that actually fits on those shelves. I know this will fit too. Without any trouble, without me having to move it into place. Do something like that. These. Yeah. I mean, these are simple to put in. So we'll throw a selection of these up here. They actually fit on the shelf and without any trouble. Don't have to use any sort of tricks to get them into place. We'll do two of them as green, right? One is red. And we'll grab. Well, see, I want to lift this up there maybe. Let's try on this side. We'll throw that up there, I think. Actually, let's take another one of these. Let's do that. Can I put this stuff in the corner? Like so. Return it to its full size. Not too bad. Now we'll check here and make the refrigerator should work just fine. We will double check it. Like I said, I mean, I try to play test literally everything because a number of things in my life with this game that I've thought, oh no, that works. I know that works. I've done that before. Surely I have. Yeah, and it don't work. Either it don't work no more or it never did and I just thought it did something. Don't know. But there definitely been plenty of examples of that. And then I don't really play around with it any longer, right? Grab one of these little plants here. Do. And see if there is any other quick clutter we want to throw up. I might try to use this here somewhere in this unit. Set that over there. I think this, let me see here. I think this would be really quirky. Where was it? There. I mean, I think it'd be really quirky to have an old phone up here on the shelf, but I'm going to be honest, this is the sort of place I don't think they ever had phone lines until you could get a cell phone. You know, I think they probably didn't have phone service out here. Like maybe you had to go to the nearest grocery store or hotel or something if you wanted to make a call. Try to find a pay phone or maybe use someone's phone at a place like that. Do, 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 do. Put these here in the corner. So, we're getting a good selection of stuff here that, kind of looks like it's just meant to be there for the kitchen. See if there's anything else. Something like this is always good. Old stock pot up there. Mortise. I love this mortise and pestle that they included that with the new pack for rent. I love that, by the way. It's one of my favorite objects that they put with the new pack. It's small, it's simple, but I really do love it. I might put this out here eventually. Just while I see it there, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it because I do think I'll put it outside on the balcony there. Now, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he's going to really fit up there very well. Well, I guess he does. Yeah, he seems to be okay. So let's leave him up there. And then that'll be kind of enough clutter, I think, for that area at the moment. Again, I might clutter it up some more. But for now, I do think it has a good enough vibe. Now, I have this thing of books. I think we will put it over here. I do have a question. Will he be able to sit at that table? But we'll check here in a second when we run a quick run through of the kitchen to see if the kitchen functions well enough. We'll see if he can sit with this stuff back here kind of blocking the corner by that, by that chair. Kind of put those back there in the back. I don't know if I'm going to do any curtains up here. I did these worn out curtains here on the first floor. I might do a worn out bed like I did down there. That is a real, I don't know. It's kind of a, I don't know, maybe. We will grab this type of bed and put up here and then go from there. I mean, it's kind of a decision. I could do the same thing again, raise up, one of these old air beds up and, use it since it looks all worn out, like the green one maybe. That one's good. That looks good on tore up, right? That definitely does. So we could go ahead and maybe go ahead and do that. Like we did downstairs. That's kind of a big decision. I think I'm going to leave, well, no, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's drop down here. I think it's going to be a little bit harder to make sure I get it in exactly the right spot, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking because I'm going to have to go up like 2 floors instead of just 1, like with that. And so I'm a little concerned about going back and forth to make sure that it fits. Because I don't think, like right now, I don't think that room lines up. Maybe now it does. Lines up. Let's give it a shot. Let's see here. Let me go up here real quick. Okay, so that should be in the right spot. We're going to go up, up, and up. That's about as far up as it would go. Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. Let's see. So up here, it is too high, so we need to bring it down considerably. Let's see where we land with that. It's a little bit better. A little bit better. Okay, we need to go down probably, 2 more spots. 3 maybe. Oh, even more than that. Okay, because we're going to need probably 3 more spots just to line that up, like we've got this one lined up. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we missed it. Went too far down. This does get a little tedious, but what can I say? I don't want a new looking bed, right? I don't want a new looking bed in this apartment. This apartment's old. This apartment is, a barely can afford it type of apartment. I think that works just fine. That's like what we've got downstairs, right? Kind of the same setup. So I do think that's going to work pretty good there. Let me take a look at our options for... Oh, that's right. We can't use a design tool on that. So that's probably as good as it's going to get, but I do think it looks pretty good. Let's bring our sim up here and do a quick play test to see how we are doing. There he is. Okay, let's start with trying to bake something. Oh, we can bake a lot more stuff now. So let's do marshmallow squares. It's a pretty good size apartment for a studio, really. He's got a lot of space to move around. Let's speed him up just a little bit. Do. And then we'll have him, watch a little TV. Oh, he could not get into bed. Try this again. Go here. Relax. It says he can't get into bed. Oh, I know why. Here we go. Relax. There we are. There you go. Now you're relaxing, even though you got those island spirits hanging out around your place. Okay, and then we're gonna watch some. Let's grab a serving because he's hungry. Let's watch some TV. Let's sit here. And if all that works, yeah, so far it worked. Oh, and that works too. Even with that stuff there, that works as well. So, okay, I'd say this apartment works pretty well. So we've got both of our studios set up. for this unit and the owner's unit over here with the, you know, hidden seance room. And that will leave a little more clutter for those studio apartments. Also, this can come out. Let's see here. I'll have to designate each area, you know, as the individual units. Let's see here. My thought is too to make this area out front kind of boggy, you know, like it's just perpetually wet, but I don't know. I haven't decided on that. That yucky old mattress. That. Put the mattress there, the heart-shaped bed. But I did think I could use terrain tools to kind of sink down the areas that aren't already terrain painted, kind of sink down this sort of area a little bit, put some water there, make it kind of mucky. And then I kind of think, is that really going to be worth it? But it might be. It might give us kind of a look, you know. Let's see here. We're going to test it just a little bit, just real quick. Let's see, what do we got? Is that the water one? Yeah. Lower water, raise water. Oh, use it. I have not done this very much. Okay, use terrain tools to lower the terrain. I kind of remember that part. I've done it a little bit, but not a lot. I'm not an expert at terrain tools. It's another reason why I guess I'm probably a little nervous about kind of starting in on any of this stuff. I guess we can always just flatten the land back out, right? Let's see. Do. Let's smooth this out a little. Whoops. I don't know if I want it. Well, I guess that's okay. Because I don't want it to be too deep. It's supposed to be a little bit boggish, but not like, you know, a pond. Not really like a pond. And then let's go over, well, let's see here. What have we got? Flatten terrain, flatten the height. Ooh, that didn't work out. That's not really what I'm looking for. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's use that tool and we'll kind of bring it across here, kind of flatten this out a little bit. Create a big open watery kind of area here. And maybe some back here too. Kind of close to that mattress, because there's nothing grosser than like a mattress sitting in like stagnant water. So let's see here. Down we go. Okay, now let's put some water in this and see, does it look like anything? Is it going to look good or not? Okay, let's see. Water tool, lower water, raise water, and then like a fill the height. Here we go. Whoa, that's too much. So increase, decrease. We want to decrease it Actually, you can also use I'm going to use the height slider because I don't think the buttons are working. Let's try that. I don't think that worked either, though. Let me look at this. Let's see here. Let's try going up a little bit. That's a little bit too high, though. Let's try that. Okay, so that's a little bit better. That's a little bit closer to what I'm looking for, and then we're going to do the same thing over there. And then let's grab, should be some water options. We need something really murky looking, right? Like that, maybe. We've also got that. That's probably even better. Let's go with that there. And then with terrain paint, I am not an expert at terrain paint either, but mud ought to work, right? We're going to muddy all of this up, right? We're going to do some mud in here. Muddy all that up. For now, kind of get us a start here of a bog, kind of a boggy area. And then I think we can go through, and if we grab the right sort of landscaping, right? Maybe we can get sort of a look going on here. Like that, right? So put a little bit of kind of some grass growing into it. In fact, that actually looks pretty good. This is the grass from Horse Ranch. Kind of make a little spot here, you know, where it's kind of growing down into the water. We'll pull it up a little bit onto the shore there. Pull some of this up onto the shore. This is how I imagine a bog looks, but by the way, I live in Oklahoma and it is always dry here. And I don't think I've ever really seen a bog, you know, in real life. But I imagine it's kind of swampy. I guess I've kind of seen a little bit of kind of swamp areas in Louisiana. I have kind of seen that. And so I just kind of imagine it's kind of swampy, you know. We can grab stuff like this. So it kind of, you know, is, again, kind of creeping down into the water a little bit. Like so. And we'll bring it up around the edge, like that. So it'll give us a little bit of the start of where we're headed with this look here. Kind of like that. I might bring that down a little bit lower, a little more like that. So you can see a little bit more water through it, some of the mud through it. On this side here, I would ideally, let me make this smaller. I think ideally I do kind of want this flattened out a little bit more here. Shoot, if I can get it to flatten out a little bit more. Okay, maybe like that a little bit. And we'll grab maybe one of these ferns. Kind of let it drag the water. Okay, so we're kind of, getting a look here. That's my idea, is that we'll do this technique and this sort of landscaping around all of this open area. So just kind of this area here will be above the water to walk into this place, right? Also, it's kind of weird. Looks like that foundation changed there. Let's put this foundation back in its place. And then I guess we will... I guess we'll go ahead and we'll bog out this part here and around here, but maybe leave this dry. I'm going to move this here for now. And then we'll fill up more of this yard with just some kind of junk and random stuff, kind of like this bed, right? I don't know if I'm going to leave the bed there or not. I do kind of like it. I don't actually like this part. I like the mattress part showing. I don't know that I really like the heart-shaped headboard and the footboard part showing, but I do like the mattress. So let me see here. Got something like that. That looks kind of gross, don't it? It definitely looks gross. Like, look at that mold on there. That's pretty gross. So let's stick with that. And then maybe, I guess, in order, if I wanted to, I could to try to hide some of the headboard. I guess we could put vegetation around it. So maybe a bit like that. Yeah, something along those lines there. As I've mentioned earlier in this stream, this is a haunting in Tomarang. So if you've seen A Haunting in Venice, which came out this October, it takes place in Venice, Italy, in kind of this decaying sort of structure. So we're going to try to do the same sort of feel here, a very decaying sort of place. And I think that sort of mattress just leaned up against the wall like that really helps. Really gives us a sense of that decay. Put some of that grass in there. Put some over on this side. I don't know if they can reach that mailbox there with this stuff in the way. Maybe they can. To test that later. This is Maxis. Maxis put that there, but I'm looking at it thinking, I don't know if that works. Maybe it does. The mailman will still leave mail in it, even if you can't reach it as a sim. I guess real quick, I'm going to go in and kind of drop the water here. On these areas. Create ourselves a little bit of a bog over here. Shoot, let's see here. Going to take that up a little bit higher there. Smooth all of that out a bit. Okay, so we've got our two other areas here kind of started. Let's go ahead and flatten this one out. Okay, that ought to do pretty well. And we'll grab some water. We'll put it in those two areas. Let's see. I think we can take that a little bit higher. This is a very sensitive slide. Goodness sakes, I don't feel like I'm changing it at all. Maybe I'm not. Maybe, okay, maybe that'll do it. Let's see, is that it? No, that's still not going to be good enough. Let's try that. There we go. That works. Let's go with that. Let's fill up this side too. That works. Hooray, hooray. And then we'll grab our water here, our stagnant green water. And we'll go ahead and throw in some mud here with our terrain paint. That's not wanting to paint up very much, though, is it really? Let's try. There we go. Let's smooth this out just a little bit. That might help us a little bit there. And then maybe once we throw this mud on it, yeah, I think that'll give us more of the look that I'm looking for anyway. Okay. And then over here, kind of do the same thing. We may have to go through with a little bit of smoothing there as well. Kind of give that sort of a little bit more of the look we are going for. There. It's not too bad. Come across like that. Throw a little more mud on it. And I think with a little bit of tinkering, a little bit of tooling around, we'll be able to kind of blend that mud up here a little bit into the grass, a little bit kind of like that. So it's not too hard of a line. And then we'll throw in some more vegetation into these kind of watery areas, and we'll be good to go. And that will be later. That will be coming up on another stream. Or maybe if I have a chance to work on it later, I might jump in for a little bit and work on it off stream for a little bit, just putting in some plants and maybe softening the edge a little bit, maybe extending this water over here just a bit to kind of give it a little bit more effect. And then probably, like right off the bat, I would say I'll probably, want to go through and make this kind of muddy all the way across so that there's at least an impression that this is underwater sometimes too, right? Like right now it's not, but there's a lot of times water kind of washes across there as well. Okay, so please hit like, subscribe, and notify. We will finish more of this later. You can also look for pictures of it online on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Jason Sterling, RMC. It's, my ID everywhere, including the gallery. This will go up on the gallery when it's done, which is getting really close. I mean, there's a lot done here. Hasn't needed a whole lot of work. I will do some more play testing, of course, as always, and I might tinker with our lot designations a little bit, make sure that the earthquakes and the ghosts and all that sort of stuff are going to be frightening enough, kind of give us enough of that feel of the supernatural to satisfy this sort of build. Until that time, please do hit like, subscribe, and notify. And as always, thank you for watching.